Okay, Axel Moser for Total Rugby. We got a player from the Hong Kong squad. What's your name?
Simon Leung.
And which position do you play in the team?
Started at number 8 today.
Okay, so I mean, what's your take on the game? Did you expect Germany to be so strong?
I mean, for us, Germany were a bit of an unknown quantity. We'd never really seen them play before. But yeah, every game we take is going to be a tough one. I don't think we're going to take any of our opponents for granted. But Germany played well today. The conditions were good. We were a little bit disappointed with our own performance. But again, not taking anything away from the German team. They definitely wanted it. There's a good crowd here, got behind them. But yeah, it was a good first match for us, and sort of a good introduction to European rugby for a lot of the boys on our team. Yeah.
So for most of your guys, it was actually the first time they were playing in Europe, or?
For a lot of our guys, it was the first time playing in Europe, and for a lot of our guys, it was their first taste of international rugby as well. So, like I say, for a few guys, it was a real eye-opener, and the style of rugby that's played in Europe is very different to the kind of rugby that's played in Asia. So, yeah, but it was a good experience.
And how does European rugby and Asian rugby differ?
I suppose the European rugby is a little bit slower, and the guys are a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit more physical at the breakdown. The contact area, it's a lot more physical as well. But I suppose that's probably the primary difference, is just the speed and the physicality of the game. And just the size of our opponent is a lot bigger as well.
And how much of a distraction was the playing conditions for you? I mean, it was very cold. And
apart from the cold weather, believe it or not, it does get a little bit cold in Hong Kong. Not as cold as it did here, but again, it was perfect conditions. The game started off, there was a slight breeze blowing from away into the stand, but it was dry. The sun was out at the beginning of the game, so I mean, we really couldn't blame the conditions. Yeah, the conditions were perfect for a game of rugby.
So talking a little bit about your future plans of your squad, what are the next games for you?
We fly out to Prague on Monday to play the Czech Republic, and then we play them on Wednesday night in a midweek fixture, and then we fly to Amsterdam on Thursday to play the Dutch national team on Saturday. So it's going to be a busy week for us. It's going to be a testing week, playing this many international games so close together. But it's a good preparation for us as we look to build towards the Asian Five Nations in April and May, which are our World Cup qualifiers. And that's where we'll be playing sort of 4 internationals over 4 weekends. So again, it's quite intense, and it requires a lot of the players physically and mentally as well.
So actually, although it was maybe a bad start for you, you're definitely hoping to score some more wins on this tour.
Yeah, it wasn't the best start for us, definitely, but we'll learn a lot from the game today. We'll go back, we'll look at the footage, and it's prepared us going forward. We knew Germany were going to be the strongest team. They are the highest ranked out of the 3 teams that we're going to be playing. But yeah, we've learned a lot, and we should be able to. We should be able to take a lot out of that game and go forward.
Okay, thanks very much for the interview.
No worries, thanks a lot.